Hello everyone and welcome here today for the Valencian beautiful free practice session at the moment. You see one of the Sunset GPs going to the pit lane. But it's 3 minutes left, or 2 minute 45 left of this session so far in FP free practice. So it has been an exciting 24 hours for the free practice, looking like, well, it's I'm looking like, sorry, I'm getting really mixed up. This man right here, Randomize in the Apollo Motorsports, has been the fastest, although they have set over 200 laps so far this week, or just yesterday and today. So they've got plenty of experience around this track under their belt. But another person to keep an eye out for, who is also one of the fastest, is Love My Geordie in the Sunset GP. But another person who's just been replaced actually is Roland, the reserve driver for Sunset GP, is also one of the fastest. So I wonder, will we see he'd be put in the Sunset GP? But at the moment, Lucibot is out there right now. Roland did get a set time for P4, but with 1 minute 45 left of this session, Lucibot is only going to be able to set one lap. So that'll be very interesting. A few other signings. CR Freak has gone to Kaizen Valor which is going to be a very exciting signing, since they used to be in Zen Motorsports. talking of Zen Motorsports, can't see any of the new cars out of track, but the Audi has replaced Zen Motorsports. The Ion Formula 1 team is now in RRA Formula 1. So we will hope to see a lot from them with their driver lineup of Static and Lance Droid. So that'll be very interesting to see. I have to say though, the livery is very different to what they had in Ion F1. And I wonder if we can get a look at what their livery looks like. But no one out on track yet. None of the Audis are out just yet. As we see Zensem, another new signing actually, in the Lamborghini. He's come from Formula E in Ion. So he's moved his way to Ion RRA Formula 1. Another signing, another bit in news is the special livery for Sparks Racing, which I have to say I very much like actually, with the camo black and red bits camo. So I think that's very, very cool. But with 21 seconds of this session to go, it seems like they're not doing too well at that. P3 and P13 and P14, sorry, is the Sparks car. So they're not going to be having the best of days. But so far, fastest at the moment is Mum_me in that Apollo Motorsports, followed by Wasup in the Brawn GP, then randomised. So I wonder if we'll be seeing a pole position, maybe, from the Apollo Motorsports cars. But looking now on the grid, there's only one Edox, even though Charles Racing should be back by now. It's only Chris Zunn up there. Another few new signings is the E-Spirit cars, with Heistico joining them. He's in P12 in the standings right now, but P8 is Blupsy in the other E-Spirit. So they've got a completely brand new lineup, with Critical Noob leaving the team. The only person to be really getting points for that team recently. So I wonder what will be happening there. Someone that's just improved, Mr. Muxjo, has improved and has gone 1 minute 46.7 to put them in P4. So, it seems like we have an Audi out on track. Lance Droid has just gone for an outlap, even though he's not be allowed to set a time. He's very late out on track. But Lance Droid is out on track. I wonder if his teammate will be accompanying here today. I did talk to that teammate earlier of Static. So both these drivers coming from Ion Formula 1. So, yeah, as he completely cuts his way into the pit lane. But enough of that. Let's get straight into the intro for the qualifying today. Hello everyone and welcome to Spain for the Valencian Grand Prix, or qualifying here today in Valencia, Spain. Round number 9 this weekend, so we've got 12 out of 9 races. It's going to be a very exciting weekend, I can tell you this now. Valencia is one of the oldest cities, founded by the Romans in 138 before Christ, which is very interesting. So it's a very old city with plenty to show. Spain was the first global empire and was the most powerful country in the world at one point in time. So Spain has got a lot to give this weekend, especially with the Valencian Grand Prix, just coming off Portugal, one of their old allies. So, it's me in the commentary box. Sadly, I will not be joined by anyone else. We'd normally have Iakin Dawson or Jezza in the commentary box, but it's just me. You've got me today, so be very, very grateful, and you got to listen to my lovely, smooth voice today. But it's going to be a very interesting weekend. I can tell you this now. Dakar has already confirmed he's not going to be qualifying. But looking at the weather forecast, it's 18 degrees Celsius and 65 degrees Fahrenheit. 28 degrees track temp. It's 23% humidity and 19.3 kilometers wind at the moment. It's going southeast, so it's going to be rather interesting, the weather this weekend. It's going to be the same tomorrow, but cloudy. So I wonder if we'll be seeing anything different then. But another thing, average pit stop time is 26 seconds to get around. So we may see some extra strategy going into this. But we've already been told by some of the drivers they're thinking it may be a no stopper, which will be very interesting indeed. So be sure to keep an eye out for that. So far, the fastest person on the track is mum_me. He's doing very well at the moment, so I wonder if we'll be seeing anything different. But now, moving on to the track map, it's got 5.4 kilometers or 3.6 miles. It was used in 2008 to 2013 in actual Formula 1, but with 25 turns, elevation going up to 15 meters around this track. Not much to be seen though. Action zone, turns 2 and 3 of Lewis Hamilton and Vettel touching through those corners, getting very close and spicy indeed. Another massive incident by Mark Webber in turn 12, where he had a massive airball crashing into the corner wall. Next up is Maldonado versus Hamilton. This one I can tell you now, even if you're not a Formula 1 fan, you'll remember this as better. There he goes, Lewis Hamilton being hit off by Pastor Maldonado. So that'll be very interesting indeed. Oh, that is Portimao. I apologise. That is Portimao. I guess I'll have to update that after the stream. I apologise for that. But we'll be right back. I'll switch you to starting. We'll be right back. So the main question here today is who will be lining up in P1, that position just there as you can see with that number 1, number 2 and number 3. That is the top 3 positions that the people will be finishing in. So who will get pole position? That is the main question here today. Dakar is not coming here today, keeping that tradition. If you didn't know, Dakar, he is on course to win the championship this weekend. So the fact that he's not qualifying will be even more exciting to see how far he can work his way up the grid tomorrow. But the main question is who will be taking that pole position? Who will be able to get that pole position and use it to their advantage for next weekend? So firstly, I would just like to thank the sponsor of this weekend, CFNR, for best racing merch. It's got a very original and high quality cheap merchandise for 5 Robux each. So be sure to go check out CFNR merchandise. Make some lovely, lovely clothing. My co-commentator owns it, which is very, very nice. So this weekend is sponsored by CFNR. So be very cool. So be sure to go check them out. They do F1 clothing, as you can see on the banners just to your left. The best merch. But the question is, who will be finishing up on this position tomorrow? It's going to be exciting to see who will finish up there tomorrow. This exciting track. A lot of drivers saying this is one of their favourite tracks this season, and I can tell you what, it's a beautiful track. Valencia really giving us all they got. I'm looking forward to it. I really am. I really am looking forward to the race this weekend. Oh no, stop. There we go. So, Mum_me fastest in FP2, I guess you'd call it, after the 24-hour practice. So with a 1:46.2, can they replicate that into this weekend? That is the big question. Okay, there we go. There are some beautiful engine noises there for you. Everyone revving up their engines. There we go. There's no Audi here today. Apparently, there's not going to be any Audis. Where are they? So Lance Droid. Lance Droid and Static. So they'd be attending. So we're just going to wait 2 minutes to see if the Audi people can turn up. As I enjoy a lovely sip of Red Bull. Not usually a Red Bull drinker. As we now got to wait. What's the magic word? Is it going to be please? Well, they ask very nicely today. So, now, here we go. Going for qualifying now. Here we go. It's going to be exciting, this one. Are we going to wait any longer? Never mind. Here we go for qualifying one. It's going to be exciting here today. Be sure to stay tuned as now the Brawn GPs go out. The Sunset GP, the E-Docs, the Boot GP with their special livery actually this weekend. The Boot GP cars are having. Which is very nice in my opinion. It's no, it's not. It's really not. It's really ugly. I'm sorry. I'm gonna put it out there. It's not nice. It's not nice. They put Dake's Roblox face on the side of it, and it's just not. It's just not good. I don't think so. They've already predicted who's gonna win the Drivers' Championship. Sadly, that is how it's gonna go pretty much. If Dake that scores any points, I think it's just gonna be alright. He's got the championship. But it's going to be who gets that P2 in the championship. That's the real question. At the moment, I think it's Charles Racing account that's getting championship P2 at the moment. I'll have a look for you. But that is what it is. Let's have a look. No, it's Mr. McShow in P2 with the championship right now. Then it's Pursuit. Then it's Charles Racing. Then it's Mum_me. So that's top 5. So yeah, very exciting. Be sure to stick around for the rest of the season with us to keep an eye out who wins this championship. Be very exciting to see. So, people now going through the second sector pretty much. Well, going down to the third sector, sorry. And then they're going down this winding straight. You'll find out a lot of people get a ton of understeer through here. And one of the big things we've been seeing through practice is that people have been hitting these little sausage curbs. Yep, there we go. CR Freak just messed up his hot lap. There we go. So that's the big problem this weekend. A lot of people are getting too much onto the curbs, therefore messing up their lap times for the next lap. So we're going to see a lot more cautious driving around here now. Hopefully, anyway. As Mum_me goes fastest on their outlap. Nothing interesting though. Nothing you want to be worrying about. So, Zensem in the Lamborghini, new driver. CR Freak, new driver as well. 23k Seb. I'll be honest, I'm not sure who they are. But they're driving Fallout Sparks car alongside Epic Dusk. Usually they'd have a Keeper Ghast in that car. But I think he may have left, or he's just not attending this weekend. We'll find out. I think it's the second one. I'm hoping it's the second one. So, Epic Dust about to cross the line, trying to get just that clean space just to work with, I'm guessing. But I can tell you this now, P3 and P4 is the E-Spirits. I wonder if we'll see a resurgence from these E-Spirit teams, because they've done well in Iron Formula 1 in recent times, but they've come into RRA Formula 1, and they've not been doing as well as we thought they would, except Critical Noob has just been carrying them, pretty much. That is pretty much what it's been. But fastest person out on track is either the Mum_me or Randomize, both with the fastest sectors. So the Apollo Motorsports looking very good. Looking very happy and very comfortable around this track. I can tell you now, Apollo Struck will be sitting in his garage with a big smile on his face right now. But going across the line, where Super has got the fastest lap. There goes Mum_me, fastest lap. Who else is going to improve? Luciferbot goes P4 with 149.5. I don't think many people are going to be worried about massively fast laps at the moment. But Randomize, have they set a time? Yes, they have. A 147.5. So, P10 and below are yet to set a time. I think there's going to be two drivers out in, or 2 or 3 drivers out for Q1. Therefore, and then Q2 there'll be another 2 drivers out, and then it'll be a top 10 fight, pretty much, just to get rid of the slower drivers. So, who will get pole position here today? Be sure to stick around and put your predictions in chat, actually. I would like to see who do you think can get pole position. Okay, there we go. So, any predictions in chat? So, a few people saying, one person saying Geordie. Anyone else want to counteract that? Say who's going to get pole position? So, someone else just said Geordie. Mum_me then with Soup. So, they reckon Geordie will get pole position this weekend. The 2 people saying pole position will go to Geordie. Then, he said Mum_me, which I won't disagree with. Mum_me has looked very quick in that final free practice session. But it's whether they'll be able to replicate it into qualifying. We'll have to find out. He's very slow at the moment, so I don't think we'll stick with him. But people going across the line pretty much. Nobody really setting fast times at the moment, except for Zensem going P5 with 149.2. Is anyone else going to improve? There's a few more people setting time, so it's now top 11 have only set times. So Blopsy does improve it with a 2:07. So Mr. Muxcho goes fastest actually with a 1:46.975. So 3 milliseconds faster than Mum_me. That's very, very close between those two actually. I'm sorry I didn't mention that straight away. Expect the unexpected, I guess. As Love My Geordie, there we go. Love My Geordie goes pole. Oh, well, fastest lap, sorry. This is only Q1. I have to keep remembering that. But, yeah, so that puts Love My Geordie in pole position. I'm just going to ask, how many people out? I think there might be no people actually out in Q1, and they just go straight to Q2 with normal people. So, P13, P14, and P15 have yet to set a time. So that's CR Freak, Read the Manga, and 23k Seb. As there is a E-Spirit, just, I think they spun around. That is Heistico So it's 5 people out in Q1. So it will be P11 to P15. So that'll be Epic Dusk, Blupsy, CR Freak, Reader Manga, and 23k Seb out so far. Lucerbot in a danger zone at the moment. So they will have to pick up the pace to be able to, well, win this race to get to that finish line to get the fastest lap. I can tell you this now, nobody will be wanting to try and set the fastest lap times. The best lap time we had was a 1:45.8 throughout the weekend so far. So nobody getting really near that at the moment. As Lucerbot does go faster with a 1:47.246, putting them P5. So now in the danger zone is Heistico, the other e-spirit. I can't speak today, I apologise. But Heistico is in the danger zone now. Will any of the top and bottom 5 be able to improve to get in to Q2? 23k Seb did, but not enough to get through. And is that Wasoop? Wasoop, what's happened to Wasoop? Wasoop is crashed off into the track. He's hit one of those bumps, and he's now got 2 wheels over the track and 2 wheels off the track. Wow. I wonder if we can get some stewards to help him out there. If not, he may be in a bit of spot of trouble there. I wonder if anyone's going to go help him. But that is what's going to happen this weekend, sadly. There's going to be a lot of incidents where people run over those bumps, or sausage curb, or the sleeping policeman, whatever you want to call them, and they're going to go flying into that wall and fall through. So there goes Joshua Dev. Is he going to help him out, or is he just going to say skill issue? So yeah, so that is Wasoop struggling now. He's going to be in P6, so he's okay at the moment. In the danger zone, though, is Zensem in that Lamborghini. Lamborghini not having the best of seasons this weekend, but they've got plenty to improve on. I just saw a Sunset GP on the side of the road, but it seems they're okay now. Epic Dusk slowing down. 33 seconds left of the session. So Epic Dusk has actually just put themselves P9. Actually, there goes Blupsy into P8. So they've taken themselves out of Q2, taken them out of Q1. And that puts Epic Dusk, who's just thought he's been safe, is now in the danger zone. So they've got to work those tyres to get him back up to where he wants. But as you can see, if you want to be a fan on those boats, you gotta pay the big bucks, I'm afraid. But that's all the owners there. Joshua Astros and Aiken Dawson. So that is Q1 done. And it seems like the people out so far are Zensem, Heistico, 23k Seb, CR Freak, and Read the Manga. But if Read the Manga doesn't set a time, he will not be starting on the grid. He will be starting from the pit lane, which is very disappointing. So all he needs to do is just set a time. He's on an invalid lap, so he's out. He won't be doing any grid starts tomorrow. Sadly, that is what happens when you don't set a time. So this is some people on their in lap, I'm pretty sure. Chris Zun on an improving lap, actually. In that Edox car. The only Edox out there at the moment, but he's in P4. He's doing well for his team so far. So, is Wasoop out now? He is out by now, if you are wondering. Yeah, the second commentator is not here today. So, we gotta wing it today. We gotta wing it. A bit disappointing, but hey ho. So, there's been a ping. I've been pinged. There we go. So, there we go. That is Q1 done. I think everyone's done. There we see Lucerbot just going across the line now. There we go. That he is done now. So that is everyone done, I think. I hope. Was super improved in sector 1, but I think he's shouldn't be doing laps. I think he's just messed up though. Fantastic track this though, I must say. I must say this is a fantastic track to be racing on. Definitely a pleasure to be here. So, Brawn GP not doing amazingly at the moment. They got Zenboy Gamer in P9. He was very close to being out. So, the question is, will Love My Geordie get pole position? It's only Q1 at the moment, so I don't think everyone is fully pushing. Chris Zunn actually goes P2 actually. I've only just realised that. 3/10 off Love My Geordie. And so there will only be 2 qualifying sessions now. So the top 10 will go through to Q2. So, people out are Read the Manga, who won't be starting on the grid tomorrow. CR Freak, 23K Seb, Heistico and Zensem are out of this qualifying, but people in the top 10 of Epic Dusk, Zenboy Gamer, Blupsy, Randomize, Wasup, Lucibot, Mum_me, Mr. Mixjo, Chris Zun and Love My Geordie are all through to Q2. So, good day today, isn't it? So, we will be right back for Q2 in just a moment. But, I have to say, any predictions for the full top 10 in chat, please do type in the chat to see who you think will get pole position. I would do a vote, but I'm afraid I do not have access to the channel fully. Josh, please can I get it? Thank you. As everyone now is lining up at the end of the pit lane, I'm guessing, to start going again. So we won't be having a long wait. So there we go, people waiting now. So, right, just to wait for a little bit. Apologies for the long wait. I think Josh said we would be starting straight away, but we're not. I'm seen to be joined by Mum_me in the commentary box. And they've just started driving again. He's just joined the VC in the commentary box. Did they say to go? No, they didn't say to go. I wonder if we can get a quick interview of Mum_me whilst he's in the cockpit. If you can get like a really muffled microphone. Sound very realistic, wouldn't it? I think they're starting now actually. So we can't. But there we go, and now it is time for Q2. And people will now be going out to set their laps nice and good and proper. So I wonder, will this be a great... who will get pole position? I'm getting very tongue-tied at the moment. So, one of the top 10s have been sent in chat is Geordie, then Mum_me, then Mr. Muxjo, then Chris, then Lucibot, then Wasup, then Blupsy, then Zenboy, and then Randomize, and then Epic. I see you're not giving Randomize very much credit there. I feel as though Randomize may be able to get up there. He's just very inconsistent in setting great lap times, I feel. That's the only problem with Randomize. And if you're wondering, I am not Joshua. I see someone sending in chat. Is this Joshua? No. No, I'm afraid not, my friend. Very disappointing times, but it is me, a Blade Challenger. The one and only. So yeah, who will get pole position here today? We'll have to find out in less than 88 minutes and 50 seconds now. So, I wonder, can Love My Geordie put in a good enough lap time to stick him on pole position? That would be his first pole position in RRA F1. But can Mum_me fight back and hopefully bring a pole position for himself as well? As he's now going across the line, there's two people waiting at the grid. I think they're not. That Lamborghini isn't supposed to be there, so I'm wondering if they're going to be removing that. But here we go. Love Mum_me, the only person to yet set a valid lap time. But we'll look further at the racing. As a lot of people messing up. That was two cars. That's Love My Geordie and Blupsy. So they're both stopped at that thing. As there we go. At the second to last corner. So randomized goes across the line, doesn't set a time. So nobody really setting great times yet, except for Lucibot actually, who just set a 25.032 in Sector 1, which is actually a very good Sector 1 in a way. So, can Lucibot go ahead and stick it on pole position for that Sunset GP team? A lot of people saying, don't bin it, Geordie. We'll have to find out. But going through these corners, looking at Lucibot, he's got... Where is he? He's not got the purple Sector 1 apparently. So, everyone not setting too bad at Sector 1s. He's got a 32.1 in Sector 2. Not the best of Sector 2s. But he's going now around the hairpin into this lovely left-hander. Now going on to probably the fastest section of this track. Where you're pretty much going flat out. Now, love Lucibot going through here. Very tight, very loose at the same time though. Keeping it nice and tidy. As he goes through the final corner. Lucibot now about to go across the line. Mum_me has the fastest time so far. Can he beat it? No, he can't with a 147.8. So Mum_me has the fastest time at the moment. But can randomize with a purple Sector 2 go for an even faster time? He's going through this fast section now. He's winding his way through. And it's going to be interesting. Can randomize put in a good enough time for pole position as Mr. Muxjo goes ahead and sets the second fastest time as Chris Zahn is reversing on track. There we go, randomised, about to come across the line, and he does go for that pole position with 146.375. That's a fantastic time. Not faster than the Q1 time Love My Geordie set, but it's a fantastic time. As Love My Geordie about to come across the line. It seems Blupsy just gone P4. Love My Geordie doesn't set a time. With Soup, Chris and Love My Geordie not setting times yet. So Chris Zahn going to be wanting to step up their game. With Soup want to be stepping up their game. And Love My Geordie will be wanting to step up their game as well. All three needing to push to get that pole position. So far though, it is an Apollo Motorsports 1-2 in qualifying right now. So will they be able to keep this? That is the question. But Mr. Muxjo in P3, very, very lonely in that boot GP car. Dakar is not qualifying. But, oh, there we go. There we go. Mr. Muxjo finding his way onto the curbs. Sausage curbs, sorry. Blupsy doing very well, actually, with 147.7. Decent time from Blupsy. I had to put him in P for that E-Spirit team. Epic Dusk, not doing too bad for Sparks Racing Car in P6 and Zenboy Game in P7, but I think the only reason they're in P6 and P7 is because other people haven't properly set the time yet, as Lucibot has just gotten going again. And here goes Mum_me about to come across the line. They're invalid in Sector 2, as actually Love My Geordie set the fastest Sector 1, but ended up getting a red Sector 2. I wonder what Love My Geordie would have set if he didn't get invalid. Let's keep an eye out. But anyone else properly improving? Chris Zahn is improving. Keep an eye on them as they go across the line now. They do go second fastest there with 146.7. It's about 3/10 off of randomize. I'm interested to find out what Love My Geordie time would have been. Now I'm about to go across the line. Here we go. It would have been a 154. Okay. Not as good as I thought it'd be. He lost 8 seconds in the last sector. Would have been a 146.2 if he didn't lose those 8 seconds. Hey ho though. Hey ho. So anyone else improving? It's Zemboy Gamer, and Wasup is improving. Gonna watch Wasup as he now goes through onto the bridge. Into the right hander. Very tight corner this. They're very tight out there. And going onto the curbs. Here we go. Mr. Mookshow also improving, but Wasup is improving as well with a faster time than Mr. Mookshow so far. Here we go. Wasup now going in to the hairpin. It's very laggy for me. I apologise. There we go. Massive lag spike there. Is now going into the fast section. Nobody else really improving at the moment, except for Mr. Mookshow, Zemboy Gamer, and Wasup. They're all the ones that are improving. Randomised, set to be on pole position. They've not got a podium before, nor have they got a pole position before. Could this be their first? I wonder. So there goes Wasup now coming into the final 2 corners. Here in the final corner now, going deep, going wide. Here goes Wasup. Now about to cross the line. Here goes Wasup, and he goes second fastest there for them. He got the fastest last sector there. That's really pushed him up with a 50.079. Zemboy Gamer improved, but it only put him in P9. So, as Love My Geordie sets a time, 154.2. 2 minutes left of this session. What's going to happen here? So, not much separates Wasup and Chris Zun. So, it's not going well for the Sunset GPs. They were doing well in Q1, P1 and P5. Now they're P7 and P10. Can they bring it back? Love My Geordie looking like the one who could have got pole position, but he's not doing too well at the moment. He's got a 25.006 in Sector 1 though. So not too bad for a Sector 1. Mr. Mookshow got a better Sector 1 though, with a 24.873. So can Mr. Mookshow do better? And he does get an improved Sector 2 with a 31.3 in Sector 2. Mr. Mookshow looking on pace at the moment. Can he get a faster time than Wasup? It's really a fight, as Love My Geordie gets the fastest Sector 2 with a 30.979. So Love My Geordie holding all the first 2 sectors, faster sectors. But that is only because Wasup got the fastest last sector. So can Love My Geordie bring this in? But Mr. Mookshow, the person who's looking on pace at the moment, he's got a good 24.8 and a 31.3 in Sector 1 and 2. What can he do now going through the final corner? And there he goes. Now coming across the line now. Wasup, can he improve? No. But Mr. Mookshow goes pole position for what would be, I think that's his final lap. But Love My Geordie, what's Love My Geordie going to say about that? As he goes across the line, and Love My Geordie goes pole position with a 145.587. That is a track record for Valencia now, as Love My Geordie's now being pole position. That is fantastic. Wow. So anyone else improving? He got a fastest Sector 2 and Sector 3. Wow, that's a great lap there from Love My Geordie. Really did pull it together. Wasup improved in Sector 1. And it doesn't seem like anyone else is really improving, except for Blupsy, actually. Can Blupsy go for that pole position in the E-Spirit? Very good time. Here he goes. He's going across the final corner. Now, here he comes, about to go across the line. And there goes Blupsy, and he doesn't improve. He does not improve there, but can Wasup improve? He's got a better Sector 1. He's got a better Sector 1. Can he do it in Sector 2? He's doing good in Sector 2. He's 3/10 off Love My Geordie in Sector 2, but he's 3/10 faster than Love My Geordie in Sector 1. Can Wasup go for it for that pole position? There's pretty much equal times right now. Can he go for it? He's going down this long straight into what is the hairpin. Here we go. There he goes. Now, Good time so far from Wasup. He's going now through this very fast section. This is one of my favourite sections. You really see these cars going for the max around there. Here we go. Wasup is going to go now into what is the final 2 corners. Here we go. Second to last turn. And now the last turn. Wasup going very wide out that corner, but not enough to hit the bumps. Here he goes, about to go across the line. And Wasup goes P2. 6/10 off. Love my Geordie. And it seems like, is anyone else improving? Lucibot is improving. As he no, I think he's jumped out of his car at the hairpin or something like that. But it seems like Love My Geordie has now officially got that pole position. Nobody else really improving. No, nobody's improved. So it went from Apollo Motorsports 1-2 to a P4 and P5. But Love My Geordie now on pole position for his first pole position in RRA Formula 1. What a day from Love My Geordie, and I bet you now he'll be very, very happy. And I can tell you now, as a Sunset GP team manager, that is a very good day. It's a fantastic last sector. The fastest last sector was a 50.0, and then he went 4/10 faster in the last sector. So that really was an amazing last sector. But we'll be right back soon for the interviews, as we wait for whoever was in P3. I can't remember. It's Mr. Mookshow. I apologise. Mr. Mookshow has gotten P3. So we'll be back in just a moment for that. So after what is a very interesting qualifying session, we are now joined by Mr. Macho in the Boot GP after getting P3. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So after Q2, how do you feel? Do you okay? How do you feel after that qualifying session?
Definitely learned a lot, actually, within the track itself. Definitely didn't expect this outcome.
Did you, when you say you didn't expect the outcome, did you mean you could have thought you got higher, or do you think you would have got lower?
I think I could have got higher.
So after with the special livery, I want to ask, what's your thoughts on it? Especially since it's such a interesting livery.
It's a pretty funny livery. It's basically a meme, to be honest.
Hmm. So tomorrow in the race, are you looking to gain any more positions? Like since you just come off a win from what was Portimao, are you feeling confident going into the race?
Definitely. And
I mean,
with the care not qualifying, he's gonna be starting all the way behind, so it gives me more
hmm.
confidence that I can get first.
I mean, you started P3 in Portimao and you're starting P3 again. Do you think there's a bit of a rhythm going on? Do you think you could bring it back?
Definitely.
Okay, well, thank you for letting us interview you. We wish you the best of luck in the race tomorrow. And yeah, just good luck.
Yep.
All right, so the next interview we'll be having is with Rasoop. Please hold by and we will interview him in just a second. So now joining us here in the interview is Rasoop. Welcome, Rasoop, after and congratulations after um what is that? Apologies for that. We are back now. It seems we had an exploiter. Okay, so now we're back. With Soup, congratulations after what is P2, and how do you feel after that? Okay, okay, one sec. Okay, one sec. And apologies after that. We've now officially sorted out the problem. Okay, so with Soup, why would you say it was a bad rate qualifying? Do you mean that as in you could have done better? Well, you sorry, excuse me. So you say you could have got in the 49s. Would you say it was just lack? Was you say it was just you couldn't make up the rest of the sectors, or do you think it was just pulling the lap together that really got you down there? Yeah, especially after that incident in FP2. What happened there? Since we didn't get to ask you, what exactly happened in FP2? Yeah, we seem to have saw a lot of problems like that in the 24-hour practice as well. Looking towards the race tomorrow, though, do you think you'll be able to do better, or do you think you'll be able to somehow replicate this success of P2 in the race tomorrow? Okay. Well, thank you for joining us here in the interview box. We wish you the best of luck tomorrow. Okay. So now we are joined by Love My Geordie. Welcome, Geordie, and congratulations.
Thank you.
So after getting pole position, how hard was that? Since you said earlier that it was so hard to replicate such a lap in all the free practice.
Oh yeah, the walls here are really close to each other, and it's really hard to get a full good lap completed here. And I'm really happy that I did it in the I think, last minute. I somehow figured out how to drive, and then I did that lap. I'm really happy I did it.
So it was 24-hour practice though. There was a lot of drivers such as randomized who ended up finishing P7 in qualifying. Would you say they'll be able to do better in the race tomorrow because they have done so much practice?
Yeah, of course they will do better because they did like a lot of practice, and my race pace isn't that good this weekend, so they will be a threat tomorrow.
So after getting pole position, how does it feel? You know, your first pole position in RRAF1.
It feels really good. Like in Silverstone and Portimao, it got taken away twice by Dakar once and Wisupa, I think, twice. So I'm really
Hmm.
happy that I now finally achieved my pole position.
Well, talking about Silverstone, you weren't able to replicate the success you had all weekend, and you weren't able to put that into the race because of a strategy. Do you think you can do it? Do you think you can hopefully win the race this weekend?
I hopefully will win the race this weekend because me and my engineer and team owner and stuff will figure out the best strategy possible. So let's hope it works out this weekend.
Okay, well, thank you for letting us interview. We wish you the best of luck from the media team tomorrow. So, good luck.
Thank you.
So that was qualifying and a very exciting one indeed, actually, I must say so myself. Be sure to join us tomorrow for the race of what will be a very exciting one indeed around this beautiful track of Valencia. I must say, it's such a good track, and all the drivers seem to love it quite a lot. So we look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Please do join us again, and yeah, we'll see you tomorrow for the race. Thank you, and goodbye.